Welcome back. I am Pratap here. Today is 3rd October 2024. In this video, I am going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Even before that, all of you please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. All the training lessons can be accessible from our NeoStock YouTube channel. So at our channel homepage, you click on the tab posts. Some of you might be seeing the tab community. Whichever the tab you see, you please click on the tab. Then you get into this post. This post is having a YouTube playlist link that will take you to all the training lessons. So I'm clicking on the link. Now we are into supply demand zone price action course. Here you have all the training lessons are available. You need to start your training from lesson 1.1. For that you need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are placed in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided the link to our Telegram channel in this video description. So from the video description, you can find the link and join at our Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a new video or any other important updates, we will be providing updates at our Telegram channel. Now let's get into the report generation. The first report we are going to generate finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. During this process, we will also identify daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones. Okay, first let's start with half yearly time frame. For half yearly time frame, let's find the stocks near half yearly demand zone. Only one stock is filtered. I'll be giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. So you need to pause the video. Once you study the report, you can proceed further. In case if you did not understand how to study this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. That is part 1 of lesson 21. In that video, I have explained each and every column in detail, their values, abbreviations, even how we can take this leg in and leg out timestamps and base candle count, how we can draw the zones in trading view. Everything I explained in that video. Okay, now let's get into the next report generation. For half yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half yearly supply zone. One stock is filtered. Next time frame is quarterly. Let us find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. Two stocks are filtered. Next, for quarterly time frame, let us find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. Two stocks are filtered near to the quarterly supply zone. Next time frame is monthly. Let us find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered near to the monthly demand zone. Okay, next for monthly time frame, let us find the stocks near monthly supply zone. No stocks are available near to the monthly supply zone. Next time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 12 stocks are filtered near to the weekly demand zone. Next, for weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered near to the weekly supply zone. Next time frame is daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 13 stocks are filtered and we need to identify high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. NIFTY reality, but it is an indices not listed in F&O segment. This is a low priority high liquidity zone. TCO zones you already learned in the recent training lesson. And here we have Manapuram, high liquidity zone is available. Today we discussed in our HLQ analysis about this stock. Next one is Tata Consumer. So Tata Consumer, a new high liquidity zone is created. The one we discussed in today's session is not the same one. This is a new high liquidity demand zone, a fresh zone. Now stock is near to this zone. So you need to fine tune the zone till 5 minutes time frame. If you can find a fresh fine tuned 5 minute zone, you can plan a trade. Otherwise, there are higher chances the zone might be violated. So these are the high liquidity daily demand zones. So next, for daily time frame, let us find the stocks near daily supply zone. Only 2 stocks are filtered and we don't have any high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Okay, next for next time frame is 125 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 9 stocks are filtered. The next 125 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Okay, the next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Let us check any high liquidity zones. We have IOC. It is a high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone. That's it. We have identified only one high liquidity 75 minutes demand zone from this list. Okay, next for 75 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. 11 stocks are filtered near to the 75 minutes supply zone. Let's identify any high liquidity supply zones. We have Canara Bank financial home loans. This is high liquidity supply zones. Canfin Home. That's it. We have only one high liquidity 75 minute supply zone from this list. Okay, the next report for time frame is 25 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 6 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 13 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. And the next for 15 minutes time frame, let us find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 11 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these 5 minute zones are having 15 minutes confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence filter I am enabling. Now let's verify. 4 stocks are filtered. All these 4 stocks, these 5 minutes demand zones are part of the 15 minutes demand zone. In that again 2 stocks are pierced. Always you need to look into PIE column. This is column indicates pierced column. Okay, next time frame is 5 minutes. Sorry, for 15 minutes. Let us find the I'm extremely sorry, for 5 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 5-minute supply zone. 11 stocks are filtered. Let's verify how many of these supply zones are part of the 15-minute supply zone. That means 5-minute supply zone and 15-minute supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, I'm enabling the filter 5-minute supply zone with 15-minute supply zone. These 6 stocks are filtered. They have zone confluence. But remember, they are not bullish or bearish trade setup. They are normal zones. Maybe some may support bullish, or some may support bearish, or some may support sideways setup. You are yet to learn that concept. Okay, so these zones are not important. More important is the bullish and bearish trade setups. So before we get into bullish and bearish trade setup, first let us look into NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. So let's start with NIFTY 50 starting from monthly time frame. So I'm generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is a NIFTY monthly supply demand zone chain. Always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones, pierced column to find any zones are pierced, and always look into the LTF trend to find the trend, the time frame you have selected. So this is the way you should understand the remaining reports, and remaining columns easily you can understand. Okay, I am giving you only few seconds, so you need to pause the video and then you need to refer all these reports. Okay, next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Okay, the next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. The next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So with this we have completed NIFTY supply demand zone chain. Next, BANKNIFTY. That is nothing but NIFTY Bank. Let's start with monthly time frame. I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. Next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minute supply demand zone chain for BANKNIFTY. So this is about Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. The next set of reports are about bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trade. First let's start with monthly income trade for bullish trade setup. Entry time frame daily, entry zone should be demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, I am selecting bullish, and this daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at a daily time frame, I need to set minimum value 0, maximum value 0, indicates the pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. And zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. Minimum odd and hands score should always be 12 for bullish or bearish trade setup. And with all these three parameters, all these three filters are applied to daily demand zone. Now let's verify. We got a good number of stocks that are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So I'm scrolling the list down. Further I am scrolling the list. So total 34 stocks are filtered. All these 34 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, entry time frame daily. Okay, to improve the probability, to check the stocks that are having even much better probability, we can look for zone confluence. That is a lower time frame zone confluence with intermediate time frame confluence. We can simply say ITF confluence, because this is a demand zone. So we have to look for demand zone confluence for bullish trade setups. So what I do, I'm going back, and in the demand zone confluence, let us enable the filter LTF and ITF zone confluence. LTF is daily, so daily demand zone with weekly demand zone, that is ITF confluence. So that what exactly the meaning of zone confluence? The LTF zone is a part of the intermediate time frame zone. That means the daily zone should be part of the weekly demand zone. So because we enabled the filter here, let's verify. Now again, good number of stocks are filtered. I am scrolling the list down. So total 23 stocks are filtered. All these 23 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, that is entry time frame daily, and also the daily zones are part of the weekly zones. Because it is a bullish trade setup, weekly trend, that is ITF trend, is always uptrend. When trend is uptrend and daily zone part of the weekly zone, and the weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence in the uptrend, it is a high probability setup. Let's verify how many of such kind of zones are available. So I'm going back and adding a EMA filter in the EMA confluence at a weekly time frame, because the daily zone is part of the weekly zone, and if the weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence, weekly zone is having weekly demand zone, weekly demand zone is having weekly EMA confluence. I'm enabling the filter. Let's verify. And this is the filtered list. I'm scrolling the list down. So total 19 stocks are filtered. This list includes Nifty 50. All these 19 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade, and the daily zone is part of the weekly zone, and the weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence, and also weekly trend is uptrend. In bullish trade setup, ITF trend is always uptrend. HTF trend can be either uptrend or sideways. Either one is allowed. But ITF is always uptrend. Of course, price direction is also supported as per the rules we learned in lesson 13 and 14. Okay, now let us look for another set of the stocks in the same bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. The next type of setup is LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. That means the daily zone should be part of the weekly. Again, daily and weekly together again part of the monthly zone, because monthly is HTF zone. So that is what LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. So first I need to remove this filter, EMA filter, removed it. Earlier how many we got? 23 we got. This is LTF and ITF confluence. Out of these 23, HTF confluence also we will add. Let us check. So in the demand zone confluence, out of 23, how many will filter if we add the HTF confluence also? Already we enabled daily and weekly demand zone confluence. Now I am enabling daily with monthly zone confluence, and also weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence also I am enabling. That is LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. With all the three filters, out of 23, how many stocks will filter? Only 2 stocks. These 2 stocks are having a LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. And also remember, the LTF zone is part of ITF, LTF and ITF together again part of the HTF. And both stocks HTF trend is also uptrend. If they are having EMA confluence, that is even more better high probability setup. Let's verify. So I am adding EMA confluence on those 2 stocks. But this time we need to look for monthly time frame, because daily and weekly together part of the monthly zone. So if monthly zone is having monthly EMA confluence, monthly demand zone is having monthly EMA confluence, I enable the filter. Let's verify. So one stock is filtered, Petronet. So this is a high probability setup. So this is the way we can filter different stocks by improving different scenarios. Okay, next let us look for bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So entry time frame is daily for monthly income trade, but entry zone should be supply zone. And also in bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, I have to select bearish, because monthly income trade entry time frame is daily. And now this daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at daily time frame, I am selecting minimum value 0. This is the daily means entry time frame 0, maximum value 0. My entry time frame zone should not be pierced. And I need to add 2 more filters. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. So one stock is filtered, only one stock. Let's verify whether it is having any ITF confluence, that is supply zone confluence, because it is bearish trade setup. The daily supply zone with daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence. This is ITF confluence. No, it is not having any ITF confluence. Fine. We have only one bearish trade setup stock, but not having any confluence. Okay, in the next income trade, let us find the stocks that are supporting a bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. So entry time frame is 75 minutes. Entry zone, demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes, I am selecting bullish. This 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, I am adding minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score 12. And all the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone. So 15 stocks are filtered. All these 15 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes. Okay. Next, out of these 15 stocks, let us identify if any of these stocks are having a ITF or demand zone confluence. That means 75 minutes demand zone should be part of the daily demand zone. So in the demand zone confluence, 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone, I enabled the filter. Let's verify. 11 stocks are filtered. In all these 11, 5-minute zone, 75-minute zones are part of the daily zone. And daily trend is uptrend. Even all these stocks, HTF trend is also uptrend. And the daily trend is uptrend. If they are having daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability setup, those stocks. So in the EMA confluence, at a daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence, I enabled the filter. Now 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks are currently having high probability, supporting high probability setup. Okay, in the next set of the report, we will look into LTF, ITF and HTF demand zone confluence. First, I need to remove this EMA filter. Earlier, without this EMA, how many stocks we got? 11. Out of these 11, we need to look for LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence. So in the demand zone confluence, already we enabled 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone. Now I am enabling 75 minutes demand zone confluence with weekly demand zone, and also daily demand zone confluence with weekly demand zone. All the 3 filters are enabled. Let's verify. We got 3 stocks. Currently all these 3 stocks are having LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. That means 75 minutes zone is part of daily. Both 75 minutes and daily together again part of the weekly. In all the 3 stocks, weekly trend is also uptrend. If there are any of these stocks are having weekly EMA confluence, it is a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence. I am enabling the filter. So 2 stocks are filtered. So that means these 2 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, and also EMA confluence. And HTF trend is uptrend. And moreover, these entry zones are also high liquidity zones. Okay, this is about bullish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, let us look for bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone in bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes. I am selecting bearish. The 75 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated opposing zone. Minimum order hands score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minute supply zone. Let's verify. We got only 5 stocks. These 5 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade, entry time frame 75 minutes. Let's verify any of these 75 minute zones are having confluence with daily supply zone, that is ITF confluence. 75 minute supply zone should be part of the daily supply zone, and trend is also downtrend. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone filter, supply zone confluence filter, and daily trend is downtrend. So 2 stocks are filtered. This is zone confluence. If out of these 2, if EMA confluence is also there, if more high probability setup. So what I am doing in the EMA confluence at a daily time frame, daily, because 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. And if the daily supply zone is having daily EMA confluence, they are high probability setup. Very good. Both the stocks are having even daily EMA confluence. The supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. We have L&T and Tata Motors are filtered. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF and HTF confluence also. So I am going back, removing the EMA filter. So without EMA filter, only LTF and ITF confluence, we got how many? 2 stocks, both same 2 stocks. Now whether we have any of these stocks are having even weekly supply zone confluence. Let's verify. So in the supply zone confluence, already we enabled the filter 75 minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. Now I am enabling the filter 75 minute supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence, and also daily supply zone confluence with weekly supply zone confluence also I am enabling with all the 3 filters out of the 2 stocks. Both the stocks are even supporting a HTF confluence. Very good. That means 75 minute zone is part of daily zone, both together again part of the weekly zone. But weekly trend is sideways. We need not verify EMA confluence. That does not give any advantage, even if there is a confluence. But ITF confluence, EMA confluence is there. That means the daily zones are having EMA confluence. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. Next, let us look for daily income trade. Daily income trade entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is demand zone for bullish trade setup. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting bullish, and 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am selecting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes. Okay, next let's verify out of these 5 stocks how many are having ITF confluence. ITF demand zone confluence. That means 15 minutes demand zone and 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So I am enabling the filter 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. That means 15 minute zone is part of the 75 minute zone. That is overlapped. So 4 stocks are having, out of 5, 4 stocks are having ITF confluence. Let's verify any of these 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, because 75 minute zone trend is uptrend. If they have the 75 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence, it's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone is having a daily EMA confluence. Only 1 stock is filtered. So it's a high probability setup. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So I am removing the EMA filter. Without EMA, earlier we got 4 stocks, right? Yeah, 4 stocks. Out of these 4, how many are having even HTF confluence? Let's verify. Already 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone filter is enabled. Next, I am enabling 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence, and also 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 2 stocks. 2 stocks are filtered. That means 15 minute zone is part of 75. Again, both together part of the daily zone. Only 1 stock is having uptrend. If this is having daily EMA confluence, it could be a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Your daily is a HTF time frame. Oh, excellent. So this stock is having a daily EMA confluence, and 15 minute zone and 75 minute zone together again part of this daily zone. That is what zone confluence, and moreover it is a high liquidity zone. So it's a high probability setup. Okay, next let us look for a bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. In the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. And the zone achievement is violated, opposing zone, minimum odd and enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15-minute supply zone. 8 stocks are filtered. All these 8 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15-minute supply zone. Okay, now let's verify out of these 8 how many are having ITF confluence. That means 15-minute supply zone should be part of the 75-minute supply zone. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone. Let's verify. Out of 8, 7 stocks are having ITF confluence. All the 15-minute zones are part of 75-minute supply zone. And the 75-minute trend is a downtrend. If any of these stocks are having a daily EMA confluence, it is a high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, the 75 minutes supply zone with the daily EMA confluence filter I enabled. One stock is filtered. It's a high probability setup. But IEX is already tested once. And it is a normal supply zone, not high liquidity. Okay. So next one is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So first I need to remove this EMA filter. Without EMA, earlier we got 7 stocks, right? Let's verify. Yeah, 7. Out of these 7, we should look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, already 15-minute supply zone with 75-minute supply zone is enabled. Now I am enabling 15-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence, and also 75-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we got only 1 stock. And it is a high liquidity supply zone. No need to look for EMA confluence because HTF trend is sideways. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, let us look for hourly income trade reports. First, let us look into bullish trade setup. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone is a demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bullish. The 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement is a violated opposing zone. And minimum odd enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Out of these 5, how many are having ITF confluence? That means 5 minute zone should be part of the 15 minutes zone. 5 minutes demand zone and 15 minutes demand zone confluence. Let's verify. In the demand zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone. We got 2 stocks. These 2 stocks demand zones are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Let's verify any of these 15-minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. Mostly we may not be having. Yes, it's a very sensitive level. Finding is very, very difficult. But let's check sometimes. The 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence. So none of the stocks as expected. So I'm removing the filter. Earlier we got 2 stocks, right? Only ITF and HTF confluence. Now let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF. Among these 2, any stock is available. Let's verify. So in the demand zone confluence, 5 minutes and 15 is already enabled. Now I am enabling 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence, and also 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. So with this LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we didn't get any stocks. So none of these stocks are part of 75 minute zone. Okay, next let us look for bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. And in bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bearish. And 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count At 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement should be violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. 13 stocks are filtered. All these 13 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF confluence. This supply zone confluence. So in the ITF confluence, in the supply zones, the 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence filter I am enabling. Now let's verify. 8 stocks are filtered. All these 8 stocks are currently supporting ITF supply zone confluence. That means 5 minute zones are 15 minute zone. 15 minutes trend is downtrend. Let's verify any EMA confluence we can get for 15 minutes time frame. In the EMA confluence at 15 minutes time frame, I am looking for 15 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Oh, 2 stocks are filtered. These 2 stocks 15 minute zones are having daily EMA confluence. It's a high probability setup. Okay, next let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So I am removing EMA filter. Without EMA filter earlier, only LTF, ITF confluence. How many we got? 8. Out of these 8, how many LTF, ITF, HTF zone confluence is available? So in the supply zone confluence, already 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone is enabled. Next 5 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone, I enable the filter. And 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence also enabled. With this LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we got 6 stocks. Good. That means all these 5 minute zones are part of 15. Both 5 minutes and 15 minutes together part of the 75 minutes zone. And 75 minutes we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stocks are having downtrend. If any of those stocks are having daily EMA confluence, the 75 minute zones. It's a high probability setup. So in the EMA confluence, 75 minute supply zone with the daily EMA confluence. Let's verify. 2 stocks. Again, IEX, same stock is filtered, but IEX is 75 minutes also downtrend. It's a high probability setup. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. With this, we have completed all the income trades. In the final report, let us generate stop buffers based on daily ATR. First 17 in this list are indices that includes all sectorial indices. Remaining all are equity stocks listed in F&O category. So I am scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. Okay, I am scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. I hope this information will be useful to you for your further study and analysis. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.